Okay guys, welcome back to your 17th video, and in this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up Bucky's world itself. So the first thing that Bucky probably wants is, a world to walk around in. So go over and hop in it right now, and make sure you're in your play class obviously. And remember, we named this variable world map, and just set this equal to new image in wherever or whatever the image file is named. If you downloaded everything from the forum, it's res world.ping. Just double checking there. It actually is named world.ping. So now our world map, or actually Bucky's world map, is loaded into memory. Now I want to show you guys how to set up the first part of the animation. Remember I told you guys that each animation consisted of a series of images that lasted for a certain amount of time. Well, you actually, since we already have the amount of time right here stored in a variable called duration, we need to go ahead and set up all of the images for each of those animations. So make a image array and name the first one walk up. Now of course this image array is going to be the animation whenever Bucky is walking up, if you couldn't have guessed that. So in order to create this, just go ahead and add your little curly braces. And this is going to be a very simple array. I'm just going to make a really basic animation that only uses two different images. Pretty much the smallest animation you can possibly make. But if you want to make more complex animations, then you can use the same technique, just add more images, and also make sure that you have the same amount of time as you do number or amount of images in your animation. So new image, okay, caps lock. Wow, I'll figure this out one day. Okay, new image, and the first one is res Bucky's back dot ping, and the second one is new image res Bucky's back dot ping. So we're basically saying, okay, what's going to essentially happen is this. We say whenever you press the up arrow on your keyboard, make an animation of Bucky walking upward. Now whenever he walks upward, we're basically starting with his back and ending with his back. So basically, well, you guys will see later on once we're playing the game what's going on. But that is how you create the basic image array needed for your animation. So now we need to do this exact same thing and make three other image arrays for the three other animations, walking down, left, and right. So let me just code this. Down, left, and right. And obviously we need to change the image right here. So whenever he walks down, we want to see the front side of him. So Bucky's front and Bucky's front. Whenever he's walking to the left, this is pretty self-explanatory, but and to the right. And someone's sexting me right now. And Bucky's right. So now let me just go ahead and make sure I didn't mess anything up. Okay, so whenever he's walking up, we want to see his back. Whenever he's walking down, we want to see his front. Left, left, and right, right. Alright, so we're good to go. So now basically what we have is all the pieces that we need to create an animation in Slick 2D. We have a series of images, and we also have a duration that says how long each image is supposed to last for. So now all we have to do is actually create the animation itself. So here is basically what we've been waiting for. This is how you create an animation. So let's go ahead and start with moving up. Remember, we already declared all of our animations up here, so we pretty much have to make them. So anytime you want to make an animation, of course, moving up, go ahead and write your variable and set this equal to a new animation object, and this animation object takes three parameters. The first parameter is basically what images do you want to use in your animation. Well, we want to use, for whenever he's moving up, the images in this walk up image array. So go ahead and pass that in. Now after this, it says, okay, I see that you have two images in your walk up image array. That means that I need One second. Alright, guys. Actually, that was my friend knocking on my door. He just tried out my sensory deprivation tank. And, well, yeah, pretty much that's it. So I had to talk to him. But, alright, where was I? Animation. So basically, to create an animation, you give it a series of images. Pretty much, what images do you want to use in the animation? So this is the array of images that we want to use. Now it says, okay, you have two images. Now I need an array of integers telling me how long you want each image to last. So all of the images are going to last for 200, 200. Pretty much this animation is going to be like half a second long. So in order to throw this in, just go ahead and throw in duration, which throws in the time each image is going to last. Now for this last thing, just go ahead and put false right here. And it has to do with something called auto updating. And for now, we don't really have to worry about it. Just go ahead and set it to false. So basically, we now have a successful animation of whenever Bucky is walking up. Use these images, which are Bucky's back. How long do we want the animation to last? Pretty much half a second. And this last parameter, false. Don't really worry about it right now. Now we need to go ahead and, of course, make three other animations. Just kind of, redundant stuff we did before. Moving down, moving left, and moving right. So, of course, the only really thing we need to change is all of these animations are going to be for the same amount of time. They just use different image arrays. So, walking down, walking left, and walking right. So now, hopefully, we shouldn't have any warnings or anything like that. The only other thing that we need to take care of is this animation right now. So remember that I said whenever, basically, this is how our game is going to work. We have four different animations, moving up, moving down, moving left, and moving right. However, this animation right here is called Bucky. It's going to be set to one of these other animations. So I think that's the easier way to develop a game. Just have one animation, whatever your character name is, and have them set equal to another animation. And you guys will see later on why it makes it a whole lot easier than trying to mess with all of these every time. So remember, since we are in the init method right now, this is whatever happens when we first initialize the game, whenever we first start the game. So by default, Bucky is going to be facing us, which means he's going to be set equal to the animation moving down. So there you go. Now, I don't know if anything's going to happen when I run this game. Play now. Nope, and that's because I need to do a bunch of other stuff first. Actually need to draw them, render them on the screen. But basically, we got everything initialized, all the animations, all of the images, everything is set up. We just have to, draw everything on the screen and code everything. I said that like it's only going to take like 2 seconds. It's actually, kind of a lot of work. But that's what we had to look forward to. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.